5 today. I'm hoping that you'll pick up the phone and help us. And maybe if what I'm saying doesn't compel you to do so, after we spend a few minutes with Cole, maybe you will. I want to start with Mom Laura. Because, there's a common theme amongst every parent I've ever met in the entire time we've been doing this radiothon is we wake up, we're doing what we always do, taking life for granted and thinking all these things that are so important. Like you right now that is stuck in traffic, thinking about how the boss is on your tail and the pile of paperwork. That's not important. That means nothing. And it's probably what's consuming you right now. At those moments in life, we always think this sort of stuff that we're about to talk about happens to everyone else. Never going to happen to me. That stuff happens to everybody else. So let's go to the day that it does happen to you, and you first know that something might be wrong with Cole. Very active kid. Everything seems fine. We were at a soccer tournament. Was that the first time we kind of realized something might not be right?
Yes, and you really said it correctly. You definitely think it does happen to other people and that you're the one that should support those people. But for us, it was that scenario, perfectly healthy. The only 2 times Cole had ever been to All Children's Hospital was when he was born. And then he had a concussion, just, a soccer thing, that happens. Those are the only 2 times. That's it. Other than that, just colds or maybe an occasional flu, and that's it. So what happened with us when we look back at the symptoms, it was unexplained nausea in the morning. And then it would go away and he would be fine. But we just couldn't figure out why is he having this in the morning and with no flu-like symptoms, no fever. And then, of course, he recoups and he's fine. But then soon after that, some unsteadiness and some double vision occurred. Wow. And when the eyes start changing, you just absolutely know that that's not a virus or not migraines from adolescence or any changes from being a preteen. So that was our symptoms.
And there couldn't be a more active, involved in everything kid. It's always very sobering. Because whether it's what you've been through or cancer or leukemia or, there's a million things that can go wrong. But the one thing is common is that there doesn't seem to be a pattern to it. It can happen to anybody, from the most active soccer playing kids to some kids are born with it. And the thing that I think gives a little bit of comfort, at least, is that we literally have one of the best hospitals in America right here within driving distance. Mm-hmm. That's why we're here raising money here, guys, is so that, this is... You couldn't be in better hands. And so when we go to that moment where we know, all right, this isn't the flu, we come to All Children's, and we've had a lot of parents tell us that they come in panicked, but within minutes they kind of go, all right, there's this calming effect because they seem to just know what to do. And so can we talk about your the first experience with the hospital and what Cole kind of went through when you first got here?
Sure. Well, ours was a little bit more abrupt because it was an immediate MRI. Yeah. So that was our experience. And we just wanted to find out the answer, what was going on, what's happening. And then I often say, boy, that was a big answer that we received. It was a golf ball sized tumor, in the back of his brain. And I was like, that's not really the answer that I wanted. But your life changes then. And we did feel as though we were in great hands. I mean, we immediately met his neurosurgeons, and they made us, feel extremely comfortable with their ability to take care of it. And we started getting a plan together.
And where are we in this health journey right now? Where are we kind of in the...
Well, we're 2.5 years in, and I think Cole wants to tell you where he's at.
Yeah, where are we at? How are we feeling? What's going on now?
Yeah, I'm feeling great today. I'm really proud to say that I'm cancer-free today. One of the... Thank you. But one of the things that really helped me out with this journey was this hospital. And I just want to say that this hospital was really close to me, and it was a great choice for me. And it really got me through it. All the staff really was supportive, and the nurses were kind, and they really helped me out. And this was a major part of my success, and that I was cured by cancer.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I know, Cole, you're only 13, which part of why I'm having a little trouble during the interview with you is mine is 13, and I just look at, you're doing a lot of the things he did, and you've gone through you've gone through something that no kid should ever go through, and I'm glad that you're, another success story. But it wasn't that long ago that we didn't have success stories like this, and it's because years ago, people stopped what they were doing. They hopped on the phone for a couple of minutes. They pledged their $15, and because of that research years ago, Cole gets to sit here and say that he's cancer-free. This is the exact reason we're here, Cole. Your story and what you've been through and where you are right now at this moment completely exemplifies the exact reason we're here. You're here, you're cancer-free, and it's because someone years ago cared enough to just give the $15, and your $15 and my $15 and Toby's $15, it all adds up, and you literally saved the life of a kid. And so today, how often do you have to come back to the hospital then? Like, you're cancer free. So do you still have to come here at all, or is it quarterly, annually? What do we do?
Well, I'll answer that. Actually, last week we were here 4 times. So kind of the thing that you don't realize is it's incredible to be cancer free. That's a gift.
Yeah.
Definitely. But the surveillance really continues. And so there again, to be so close to home that he can still be in school and, get a 4:00 appointment, and the life, interruptions are still there, but they're not as severe. So we're extremely grateful that it's just a, short drive for us.
Wow, that's incredible. Mm-hmm. Do your friends, I know it's hard to grasp certain things at 13, but do your friends grasp everything you've kind of been through? Like, do you have friends that, can they even process what you've been through?
Not really. I haven't seen a friend that I have yet that really wasn't surprised by telling them that I had brain cancer and I beat it. It's just one of those rare diseases that no one really knows. Like you were saying before, you could have a perfect life. Like what I was doing, I was going traveling for soccer, and I before this cancer, I was a normal kid, and then boom, it hits your life, and then it just goes down, and it can affect anyone.
Yeah, I'm really almost to the point of speechless, which Toby will tell you never happens. You really are exactly why we're here, and I'm hoping that you listening will hop on the phone right now at 800-270-8642 and give. Because people gave years ago, Cole is here and cancer-free, and that is one of the many miracles that happen in this hospital day in and day out. And like we said earlier, every single cent stays here. In case, God forbid, you ever have to come to this hospital, it's right here in your backyard. But for us to do what we need to do, and for all children to do what they need to do, and they don't turn anybody away regardless of their ability to pay. I was saying this earlier. Their first question when you came through the doors wasn't, hey, where's your insurance card? It was, what's going on with Cole? And that's just how this place is. So I'm hoping that from hearing Cole's story, you'll pick up the phone now, 800-270-8642, 1-800-270-8642. Cole, I'm glad that you're cancer-free. That's great, man.
Yeah, I'm really excited and happy that I'm cancer-free.
Do you want to tell them why we were ringing the bell?
Why we were ringing the bell is it's a tradition of what cancer survivors do at the end, and it's called symbolizing ringing the bell. And what it symbolizes is that you're done and you're at the end of treatment and you're all ready to go home and everything. And I just loved ringing that bell when I was all done here, and I really am proud to ring that bell. But it's a tradition, a great tradition what we have, and it does symbolize something really good. And these dollars that you do raise today will help out a kid to ring that bell.
And I'm glad you got to ring it as well, Cole. 1-800-270-8642. It's time to make the phones ring now. 800-270-8642. Quick break, and we're right back from Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital as we continue on US 103.5.